Broadcast live.
What's good? What's Gucci? And welcome back to another episode of The Ultimate Plug with Luyanda Mabaso, the freshest podcast show on the streets. We're back again with another episode. You know how this goes. Some new music. So first up, we have DJ Slikour, who dropped a song titled Everything, featuring Mash Beats, Maglera Doughboy, and Black Heath, Somnyama the Animal. Next up, Mac G dropped a project titled Songs I Put My Name On, which is really good, I won't lie to you. And lastly, we have DJ Maporisa and Visca, who dropped Kibana Ba Strata, you know. And in today's episode, I have the very, very talented musician, my favorite rapper in SA, Oxii Moron. Pull up, dog.
What's up, bro?
What's up? How you doing?
Easy, man.
I'm good. You know, so this is like your first interview.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so can you tell the viewers a bit about who is Oxii Moron? Just tell us a bit about yourself. How you describe yourself?
From Pretoria, you know. Grew up in Centurion. Currently in Johannesburg. And yeah, man, make R&B. That's that.
And how long have you been making music for?
For like, since grade 8, so that's how many years now? 5, 6? Yeah.
That's dope. So how did the name Oxii Moron come about?
Basically, I see myself as a contradiction, right?
Okay.
So the word oxymoron is like a play on words.
Yeah.
Like bittersweet, you know?
English.
So I see myself as that, basically. So, for example, socially, antisocial person, stuff like that.
I know before Oxii Moron, your stage name was Dweezy. So take us through that. Like, how did Dweezy come about, and when did it change to Oxii Moron?
So basically, I was Dweezy since I think grade 6. That was like my IG name, you know, because everybody had to have that weird little IG name.
Like Boma, superstar, what, yeah.
So I got to high school and I'm like, hey, this thing is not it, you know. And I actually want to take my career serious. So then I was just like sitting around thinking of names, and then it just came to me.
Understandable. So your music career, has it, like your parents, have they always been supportive in terms of your music career?
I don't think they thought I was this serious. Because like, they were like, okay, yeah, you can do it.
That was a phase,
like, yeah, that was just a phase. But then now they're like, okay, damn, this kid is actually, you know, on some shit. So, yeah.
Oh, so, and you're studying at the Academy of Sound Engineering.
Yeah.
And what are you studying?
Audio technology and sound engineering.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So take us a bit through your course. Like, what do you learn, and how does it influence your music?
There's a whole bunch of stuff like cabling, using mixing discs and stuff, to music theory, live sound, and all that. So it's helping here and there, you know.
So if one day I just say, Oxii, just pull up behind the scenes, just do the audio for my podcast.
You know I got you.
All right. So what actually inspires your songwriting? What inspires
just everyday events, you know. Like, I'm not those type of niggas that, you know,
that lie in the
songs. Okay. I always have to have like a story. So yeah.
So This Is Bliss. That was an album now.
I hated that album, but yeah.
Why do you?
Bro.
Like, Oxii has this
That was
thing.
a very, very, very dark time in my life. So it was like, hey.
But it also, same. Like, it got me out of the trenches. Now 2020 was a bad year. But yeah, just take us a bit through that album. Like, what was happening, and yeah.
So basically, you know, the first song was Hopeless, right?
Yeah.
So about that song, I was like, I was this close to quitting. Like, I was done with music, and I was like, okay, fuck it, let me just try something. And then I wrote about my year, basically, because I released that in May, yeah. So I was just talking about my year and how everything's just been going wrong, you know. And then people liked it. It was actually it's actually still one of my biggest songs.
Yeah.
And yeah, man.
So when did it get to a point where you told yourself to stop dropping on SoundCloud and take this thing more seriously and like distribute your music on
Apple Music and stuff? It was a thing of like, there was a stigma around SoundCloud rappers, and I hated that. So it was like, I need to quit that, start looking more professional, basically.
So starting out, when you started your music career, who were some of the people you worked with, and do you still work with them to this day?
I won't lie to you. At the beginning of my career, it was a thing of I was shy, like mad shy. So I wouldn't collaborate with many people. I'd just be in my room, do my own thing. But like there was some people like Metallic Dime. I think he just goes by Just Dime now.
Shout out to him.
Acidic, Goody, and most of the niggas from my circle basically. Yeah.
Also,
just them.
Ugly Tremaine.
Ugly.
An honorable mention.
You know,
Yeah.
that's my co-producer. Yeah.
So, do you also produce your own music?
Mainly. It's just me.
So you like most of the time use your own beats. And so say I had to give you a choice to choose between sticking to one thing, either producing or being a vocalist. Singing. Okay.
I'd rather sing than produce.
And why is that?
I don't know, bro. I just love singing, bro. It's just my thing.
So when did you start making beats?
Grade 8.
Like when you started?
Actually, that was actually the first thing I did
Before you sang?
Because I wasn't really confident about my voice until later on.
So did you also have like a typical musician story where you're maybe in a primary school choir?
Nah. Actually, the crazy thing is my dad was the one in the choir, and I'd like see him doing it, and I was like, hey, this is cool. But I wasn't like really interested like that until later on.
Makes sense. So, I see you've been dropping consistently as of lately. So, what is how much music do you try to put out, and how often is possible?
I don't like dropping singles, so I usually do like 7-song tapes, and then at least 3 a year. Yeah.
So, I've noticed this pattern. Like even when I'm playing your old music, you'd always be like, yo, that shit is so whack. Or so is it a thing of like it's because you keep growing each and every day, or is it like coming from a self-doubt perspective?
A little bit of both. Because like as an artist, once you release something and like, let's say you just hear it over and over again, you start hearing the little mistakes that you make here and there. I could have done this better, I could have done that better. And then you just end up hating the song as a whole.
So how long do you sit with the song before you drop it? Like
I have to drop it as soon as possible before
you start doubting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been listening to your music for as long as I've known you, know, and a lot of it comes from a place of, I guess, like you write about how you're feeling, like your pain and all of that. So as an artist or someone in the industry, it's quite normal to experience like a lot of anxiety whatsoever. So how do you deal with that?
Hey, I won't lie to you, I haven't come up with like a coping mechanism or whatever. It's just put it in music, and you know me, I'm always like indoors, I never go out. I'm very shy, I'm always to myself. So I still haven't found a way to cope with the anxiety and all that.
So is that part of the reason why you don't push your social media as much?
Yeah, basically.
Which I think it's something you should do different, because social media is a very, very powerful tool.
I've heard that a lot, bro. I'm trying.
I actually put up on my Instagram last night, like questions that your listeners or your supporters would like to know about you. know? So someone actually put out a really, really great question. So you used to have dreads like up until like the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So the question is as follows. Is Oxii Moron cutting his hair, does it symbolize a new Oxii Moron or a new era?
Basically.
So take us a bit through that transition from, I guess, the old Oxii to this new Oxii.
Basically, the dreads now, I had them since grade 9. And those, like for me, it came to a point where I felt like, the whole Samson and what the story with the hair. I felt like that was my strength, you feel me? And then at the beginning of the year, I had to cut them off because of certain things I won't
get into.
But I had to cut them off, and then I felt like it was chat, it was like, damn, my music's gone, everything's gone. But then eventually I started feeling confident with the brush cut, the brush cut.
Yeah, it's the babies.
The babies, the brush cut. But yeah, anyway, that started happening, and then I realized, hey, it's not about the hair, it's me,
Makes sense. So how would you describe the music you've dropped this year compared to music you've dropped over the past couple of years?
I feel like I've finally found my sound. Like I've refined it. Everything is perfect now. Well, not perfect, but like this is exactly what I wanted the whole time. And yeah, man,
You're very happy with it?
I'm very happy with it.
So you're like, okay, I don't know. I don't want to say you're the only one pushing it in the country, but you're definitely one of the few pushing that sort of sound in the country. So how do you plan on getting it out there?
I don't know, man. I'm just gonna do my thing, hope for the best. You feel me? Yeah.
Okay. So as of lately, I've noticed that you haven't had much features. And why is that?
As I said, I'm not usually the type to reach out to people, and you know,
So
if it happens, it happens.
So if people reach out to you, like what's the process? Like, do they pay for features, or you only work with people you fuck with like that?
I mean, firstly, I don't charge for features, so yeah. If you send me something, I like it, I'm gonna hop on it. It's as simple as that.
Okay, and what has been your favorite feature so far? A song?
Definitely, it came out recently with Te Amo.
Oh,
Sapphire.
Okay. That was like a week or two ago now.
I think that's my best verse this year.
Have you ever suffered from writer's block?
All the time.
And how do you get past that? Like, what's your process?
I just have to go out and like experience things. For example, clubbing, meeting people, all that. Yeah.
Over the past few years, there've been a lot of comments with this whole I'm a Piano sound being introduced. There's been a lot of comments like hip hop is dead, hip hop fell off. So, how do you feel about that? And what would you like to do to kind of show that hip hop isn't dead?
I don't think hip hop can ever die. Firstly, yes, piano has taken over, and it's good.
No doubt about that.
It's
Yeah.
a good thing. It's piano to the world and all that. But hip hop can't die. It can't. Like it's been here through every single phase of music,
And it
always ends up.
Yeah, it outlived all the other genres.
I just feel like there's a way that as South Africans we can kind of integrate hip hop into the whole piano thing.
Yeah,
you feel me?
That's something I've actually never thought about.
Can, like with this new tape, you should hear some of the beats that I've made are kind of, you can hear the log drum, you can hear the shakers and all that. So I've tried to, I rather than to be like, no, I'm not gonna listen to piano, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna fold, as they say. I'd rather just, integrate everything.
Yeah. And then throughout your musical journey, who were like your inspirations? People that inspired you to start, inspirations that came along the way,
The usual, the American people, Drake, Kendrick, whatever. But then also Treehouse. Remember Treehouse? J Mali.
Yeah.
And then one of the major ones that really influenced me, I won't lie to you, was Big Hash. That's who actually inspired me to start singing, because it was always about rap. Yeah, it was always about rap.
It was very similar to
But then once I heard Big Hash start singing, I'm like, hey, this sounds good. Let me try that. And from there, it's been,
Okay, so I think I've heard you mention this before, but was Schoolboy Q one of your?
Yeah. Plus, that's where the
Oxii
name.
Moron, I've always wanted to ask you that. Okay, so
Schoolboy Q has been.
With that being said, who would you like to collaborate like internationally? Just one artist,
just
or
one
group. One artist or one group.
Damn. Kendrick, yeah.
And why is that? Why Kendrick specifically?
I feel like his flow and beats and everything's beat selection would really match. I would really be able to like hop on that type of.
True.
Especially like things like from To Pimp a Butterfly, and Good Kid, Mad City. Yeah, those two albums I could.
I think I can just imagine you on maybe like Sing About Me, I'm Dying of This.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So with your upcoming project, I listened to it like a few days ago. It's really dope, So
bless.
There's always a story behind an Oxii Moron project, and with this one,
the name,
I know there's a girl involved. So just tell us about that story. What happened?
Hey, I don't think I can get into the details of that. I'm just gonna tell you the meaning of the name.
Okay.
Post love clarity. You know, the meaning of post nut clarity, right? Like, so it's the same thing with post love. Instead, this time it's with
love. So like in a way,
you got
it's
out
like
the, you got out,
regret,
yeah. It's like
yeah.
why did I get into that? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
like,
can't get into the story.
I actually want to know. Okay, King Bahadile, like
It's not
what
even-
happened?
it's
when
not
you
even
cheated
like
on?
Okay, it's a thing of like, cool. We were good for a few months or whatever, and then once I was out of the relationship, I realized that, hey man, this person was actually draining me instead of, they weren't like, they were pulling me down instead of, it was that type of thing.
Is it an experience that happened this year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, I hope you don't find yourself in the same situation again.
Hopefully, man.
Okay, so I heard a very unfamiliar voice in one of the songs. So who do you have featured on the song?
Apollo.
Who's Apollo? Where's he from?
Apollo is a really dope, really dope artist I met. He lives at the same place that I live at right now. And yeah, we just
You just kicked
ended
it,
up in the studio, and yeah.
So has there ever been times where you'd end up in studio with someone, or you'd send someone your vocals, vice versa, and the song just ends up not dropping?
Yeah, bunch of times. I think I have over 20 unreleased songs of just features that didn't end up
Making
anywhere,
it.
yeah.
So what's your process for song selection for a project?
For a project, all the songs have to like flow. You feel me? So
Like from A to Z, like from the intro, right?
from
to
the intro
outro.
to the outro, it has to like go into each other.
Okay. So, okay, leaving music that you've dropped this year, what's your favorite project that you've dropped, or favorite song?
So nothing from this year.
Nothing from this year, no.
It had to be what's that thing that I dropped last year with Elvis, the one with the red cover. I forgot the name though.
I see it.
Because that was also like very different from what I usually make. I was like rapping there instead of singing. So yeah, that was one of my favorites.
So,
Shout out to Elvis, actually. That's a really dope producer too.
shout out to Elvis and Snow as well.
And Snow and Swervo. Actually, so
Yeah,
many, bro.
Swervo. Yeah,
so many.
Swervo has to be He
Yeah,
has to be
no.
the best right now. So I don't like. There's something I've always wanted to address with you. Like, I don't like this thing of you deleting music. Like,
Bro.
I genuinely don't like it, because there'd be certain memories attached to that music, and that music
Yeah, I
is
get
genuinely
that, yeah.
good. You know,
And I always hear this, yeah.
It's good. You know, so why do you delete music? Like, because I believe if you compare that music to now, like, just keep it on so like
listener
your
can hear
listeners can hear
how
your
I've grown.
growth
Yeah, I
throughout
know.
your career. You know? So why do you delete music?
It goes back to that thing of, hey, you listen to this thing like 1,000 times, you hear this and that, and you're like, hey, no, this ain't it. So I delete.
Okay, so have you always you've always mixed and mastered your own music?
Always, yeah.
So
I don't trust people with my vocals. like
okay,
that,
makes
yeah.
sense, makes sense. So is it a thing of you going to school for this thing? Like, has it actually, okay, it obviously
has, yeah.
helped you improve, but when did you feel like, okay, yeah, I think I'm finally getting this thing
With this,
with this one?
with this album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Wow. What
Yeah,
an
man.
what an inspirational story.
Yeah, man.
So what is the release date for the project?
27th of October.
27th of
man.
October. You should definitely check that out. And any people you sampled in the project, or straight from scratch?
Straight from scratch.
Straight from scratch.
Piano and everything.
I've been in studio with Oxii, and wow, that's all I have
Bless,
to
man.
say. Like, he's very talented. You're very talented. Shut up.
My brother.
So do you see yourself hopping into, like, trying out new sounds? You know, like
Like piano.
not piano per se, but like just any other sound outside of hip hop or R&B. Okay.
Yes, I did actually, because I did I don't know if it's called EDM or something, like The whole King Tronada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with Steve is French. Yeah.
Oh, Kenan, I remember. That was proper,
really dope.
proper.
Yeah.
So,
I think, but you're gonna ask if I hop on piano.
that's actually because I remember you told me there's like a piano song you recorded. What?
It didn't sound
what
good,
happened to
bro.
that?
It did not sound good. I don't think I could hop on piano with me, bro. Maybe one day, but right now, hey.
I think you'd be really dope, eh? Like with your vocals and I just haven't heard you speak Tswana. I mean, sometimes I doubt you, but like it'd be really dope. It'd be really dope. Like, I think if I could sing, I'd be making like some spiritual piano, dog. Like personally, I feel like with you, it should be that type of thing of do you listen to private school piano?
Yeah, here and there.
Yeah, I think you'd fit more with private school piano
Rather than
you
Skija.
would like Skija or commercial, you know. So should be something you try out.
Maybe
Should be
one day.
something you try out.
Maybe.
What's your favorite song on the EP and why on the upcoming EP?
It's How Does It Feel?
How does it feel?
Because I feel like it really gives the whole meaning of the post-love clarity and everything. Because it's like, how does it feel that, you know, I'm gone, bro. It's chat.
So I
that
actually
thing.
thought that was gonna be your lead singer. Hey?
Same, but then management was like, hey, listen, this one has the most hype. So
Understandably so, because it's also really, really good. You know? So, also that project with the purple cover with Underwater.
the first
one this year. Yeah, like
I love that thing also.
that was an amazing project, and I think that was also kind of a dark time in your life, if I'm not mistaken.
The beginning of the year was very tough.
Had to do with the girl. So like, is that the common pattern with the new music?
I think so. I think so.
Lover boy.
I'm a lover
Oxii.
boy, bro.
So, okay, I mean, I know the story, but just
What story?
that project. You know that she's so swag. I know, dog.
Oh, days, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, okay.
So obviously don't get into detail with it, but like just kinda explain what inspired that project and how it came about.
You're doing me dirty right now, I'll lie to you. But hey, thing is, I can't explain without going into detail because it's very.
I think you can, no cap.
Can I?
Yeah, you can.
Can I? Basically, this was in high school,
Yeah.
matric year. Around exam times,
Like end of the year. no?
end of the year, around
Yeah.
exam times. So I was with somebody. And man, this person was like one of my best friends from primary school.
yeah.
Like we've been friends for like a very long time, and we never once thought about trying something like that, you know. So I'm like, hey man, let's try it out, you know, because like, yeah, they say you should date your best friend. You feel me?
I don't believe that, but hey,
But yeah, man.
ring.
Aye, bro. I tried it out and hey, it was good for like a week, and then the
Then it
next
just
week
went
it's
south.
just like
Yeah.
And ever since then we haven't spoken, bro.
For real.
We haven't spoken since that day.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. That is actually crazy because that was like a relationship. Yo,
Bro.
I shipped it. You know, like you guys are so good together.
But that was for like 1 week, bro.
Yeah, women. What can you say? What can you say? So, quick question, Oxii. Can you freestyle?
No, I cannot. No, I can't.
For real?
I cannot freestyle.
Okay.
You were gonna ask me to freestyle, and I knew it. I
Like
can't
just
freestyle.
like a quick melodic, you know?
I cannot freestyle.
Okay. Well, then that brings us to the end of our interview. But before the end of our interview, we like to play a quick game called Guess the Sample. And if you don't get all three, I'll be disappointed.
Damn.
I'll be disappointed.
Damn.
Like it's easy. It's easy. I think only the second one might be tricky. So here's the first one. Come on, Oxii, come on. Okay, then the options are as follows. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, yeah, give me options. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Option number 1, MT. 2, Nasty C. 3, Aries. 4, Flame.
Aries.
And that is correct.
I know it.
Secondly, we have this one.
Okay.
So with this one, we have 2 artists out of this list actually sampled it. So you have to guess both of them.
Guess both, okay.
Option A is Casper.
Yes, that's one.
Option B, Buster 99. Option C, Uncle Waffles. Option D, DJ Maporisa.
One is Casper, I know for sure.
Okay, that is correct.
The other one. The options again?
Buster 99, Uncle Waffles, and DJ Maporisa.
Puri.
And that is incorrect.
Damn.
Uncle Waffles is the one that.
What song is it?
It's from a recent EP. It's featuring Kanyisa. I forgot the name, but Kanyisa is the vocalist on that song.
Alright.
Then lastly, we have this one. This one, I'm not even going to give you the options because.
No, you have to. No, you have to. No, you have to.
As a musician, you don't even have to be a musician to know this one, but.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for pulling through, and
Bless up,
I
bro.
wish you the best of luck with your upcoming projects.
Broadcast live